Hi, I'm Patrick. Answering this question based on the Ask Patrick series. Now, this question is asked by Karishma Agarwal. Important question. What should we focus when we write the mock? So, what should be the focus while writing the mocks? So, normally, what students do is they try to focus on getting very high marks, and that is the sole aim of writing the mock. They want to score as high a percentile as possible. But understand that is the end aim. That should not be the focus while writing the mock. So what should be the focus while writing the mock? So three things that I feel should be the primary aim while writing the mock. One, the first thing important is strategy. Try to figure out a good strategy for yourself when you write a mock for different sections. So what strategy works for you for Quant? What strategy works for you for DILR? What strategy works for you for verbal? So each section will have separate strategy. You have a 1 hour period for each section. You need to optimize the score based on the best strategy that you can put along. Right? So then experiment. And only when you experiment with different strategies will you know what works for you, what does not work for you. For example, in Quant, should I solve in 1 round or should I solve in 2 rounds? Okay. DILR, what should I do? Should I first go to all the sets and pick up the easy sets and solve? Or solve the sets as and when it comes? So figure out what works. Experiment with regards to strategy. That's the first thing that I do. Second, methods. So we learn a lot of methods outside the mocks. But when we come to the mocks, we don't apply them in the questions for various reasons, stress or any other factor. So when we are under time pressure, we normally do what we are habituated to do. And since most of us are habituated to use formulas and the traditional methods, we don't use the shortcut methods we learn or the better methods we learn. Understand the improvement of scores comes if you apply good methods for the sum. The second important aspect would be applying methods that you have learned in the examination or in the mock. Third, stress. Try to see if you can some way reduce stress when you're looking at the exam. So a lot of people go down with their scores purely because they're stressed. I mean, if you give a mock with relaxed attitude, especially after the mock when you solve the question, you get the answers. But during the mock, you don't get the answers purely because you're more stressed during the exam. So figure out ways and means of how to reduce stress. One could be maybe I'll not look at a watch at all and try to solve a section. Or I'll take a small gap in between and try to relax myself. To figure out ways to reduce the stress. If you can do these three things, automatically your scores will improve. Okay? So focus on experimentation in terms of strategy, in terms of methods that you use in a mock, and in terms of stress, reduction of stress. If you can apply these three things properly, automatically your score starts improving. I hope that helps. Thank you.